Good day, everyone. This is Dude, along with Kami.
Hello.
So we're doing something a little different today. This is just kind of more showing off some geekdom items, in particular pins. So I have these pins already affixed to this sheet. This is not the one that's normally on screen. This one's separate. Like, these are very cheap tablecloths. Well,
Slash napkins or whatever you might want to call
they
them.
might be a napkin. They might be yeah, they're a little larger than a place setting. But anyway, we're gonna show off some of our odd pins and all we have, and then affix them somewhere on here
Yeah.
because there we go. Show off the top here. So, some different things. Hylian shield, Cap's shield. Here from Earthbound. Yay, Nintendo pins. Yeah, some of these are official, some are not. Some are from old loot crates and anime crates.
Some are Team 4-star.
Yep. Go Snapple. And some are just weird things we've come across. And show off the bottom real quick. From Attack on Titan Survey Corps.
Yes.
Thank you. Flying Spaghetti Monster. The certification I once got. Ice Bear.
Everybody do the flop.
Heat. I'm not sure of that anime.
Let me double check. That's Noragami.
Ah, thank you. So, anyway. Really big one we just got.
Yeah.
Hey, Nintendo Rewards. This is a pin set
Yes.
for Metroid Prime Remastered.
Uh-huh.
A really big Samus.
Yes. I think it makes sense to put said Samus over here near the
Yes.
screw attack
Symbol.
symbol.
I fully agree. We have a censored pin.
Yeah.
There's wording here. It says FU with blue shell. It's funny, but we're trying to keep this
We're
a
trying
little
to...
more PG-13.
Yeah.
So we can at least say damn, but we're trying to keep the F-bombs to a minimum, and having that on the screen the whole time was considered a bad idea. Bad idea. In other words, Kami went, you might want to rethink that, dude. And I'm like, yeah, probably. Because I'd have just went, yeet. And
It's not me being a prude or anything. You should hear me when I'm losing in Splatoon.
yes. So much salt. It's amazing I don't have high blood pressure. But so we have some odd ones from different animes. No Game, No Life.
Shield Hero.
Yep.
Some of these we did not pick up deliberately.
No.
Some of them are via grab bags or...
I believe these in particular were the old anime loot crate ones.
Yes.
Back when we had it years ago. Let's see, this is...
That one's Delicious in Dungeon.
Yes. This one I know is one of your preferred.
Yes. It's actually going to be the manga's actually going to be ending very soon, but hey, the anime is coming out in January. I'm excited for that.
Hey.
Studio Trigger.
We have Cells at Work, another one we're both a fan of. The original manga is complete. Cells at Work Black, I believe, is still going on.
That
Or
one
did it
actually
just
has
finish?
it's been over.
Oh, it's been over. Okay, I'm behind. Combat Baker and the Automatic Waitress. Interesting.
Yes.
No idea on
some
that one.
some titles are interesting when you get to anime.
And Land of the Lustrous.
Yes. That one was I actually never really got around to watch. I think it's still in quote unquote Amazon jail. On that, where it was when Amazon dabbled in licensing.
Gotcha. We have one that just is a heart with the word kind. Actually came with some spices we bought. Good spices.
Yes.
Yeah, it even says on the back, although it won't show up on camera. Well, it might slightly, but yeah. The closer I get, the harder it is to read. Penzies.
Yep. Good spices.
So the one downside is there is somewhat of a political affiliation that may or may not be your cup of tea. However, the spices are quite good and the pricing is quite good. So
I'm just kind of rough planning locations here. Don't mind me.
Hydra.
Yes. Actually, I think do we have a different Ghibli one here somewhere already on?
One here yet? No.
Okay.
In here, maybe.
So, Princess Mononoke.
Yes.
Very good movie. I need to rewatch it.
Oh, here it is.
There it is.
There was a second one. The
Yes.
wolf. I am going to put Hydra on the bottom corner. So I put Kind here on the bottom here.
Mm-hmm.
Go put Hydra over here on the bottom. It's funny to me. It's the yin and yang. Anime convention pins.
Yes. When possible, we like to support them at the higher level options, because we like being able to go and hang out with people.
Especially,
which is interesting because we're both introverts.
Yeah. And the nice part is, Anime USA, that one particular, is a nice smaller convention.
Yes, some of the other ones around here sadly either no longer seem to exist, or they just completely outgrew where we could actually enjoy it, because we like to go to panels.
Yeah.
If we're waiting in line for at least an hour for a cultural panel at 10 p.m. at night, there's a problem.
Yeah, and this is why we no longer go to Otakon. The big one on our coast. I just have the name of that. It's... Dude wears a cloak. He's an assassin. It's a creed. Assassin's Creed, yeah.
I was going to say, I'm like, that should be, but now you're making me doubt a little bit.
I had a mental blanket that I just started. It's like, oh yeah, Assassin's Creed. Kirby.
Yes.
One of my favorite video game series.
I barely have to ask if dude is going to get a new Kirby game when one's announced.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, are you getting Kirby? Yes.
It's more, have you already pre-ordered it?
Yeah.
Another one from Loot Anime. This one's, Warcraft Loot Crate. You know, you can flip these over on the ones, like this one was another one from Loot Crate for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Which I did.
Yeah.
And that's how I verified Loki.
Here is an odd one. So, older pin got before controversy. This is actually the Deadly Hallows symbol, just with more flowers and all. So yes, this is Harry Potter. Yeah, there's a lot of this was gone years ago and put aside.
And it's still a very nice looking pin.
Yes.
Yeah, don't mind me, I'm applying some stuff in the background.
Yep. I believe that's Shira. I want to say?
Yeah, I'm going to go with... Yeah, this is one of the Loot Crate ones that doesn't say it, but I'm 90% certain.
Yeah.
And the other 10% is going...
It might just be generic.
Well, okay, so 5% of that is it might be just generic. But the other 5% is going... I don't remember what Rainbow Bright's horse looked like.
Good point. We have a nice D20 on a shield. Because, you know, we do game.
This pin's being a little annoying. The backing is not cooperating.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Ah, 2015 pen. Ah, another loot crate where it's just generic heroes. Whoa. Oh, this is, I believe...
Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's an Osamu Tezuka
Thank you.
manga.
On the same line, Astro Boy.
Astro Boy. Or Mighty Atom, as some folks might know. Blackjack.
And here's an interesting Voltron one we've gotten. So the Black Lion, but the mouth actually does raise up to show the face.
Yes.
And then lowers ever so slightly. Whoa. It's mostly going to be in the down position because this will be hanging, so this automatically just falls down.
You did call out the Warcraft one,
yes.
right? Okay.
Another one of these. One of Kami's favorite villain anti-hero characters.
Harley Quinn.
Ah, Bumblebee.
Do we want to display both of these?
That's up to you. Oh, so you get upside down. How dare you?
This one really wants to flip.
Oh, okay.
But we'll set aside that one so we're not...
We have an interesting Transformers pin with a metallic flame. Here's one representing Kami Gaming. Well, it's just a nine-tailed fox with what does kind of look like the Switch controller.
Yes.
And the headphones that you're on Discord with people.
Mm-hmm.
Another older AUSA pen.
Yep.
Here's a good pen. The Megazord.
Yes.
The original Megazord, too. Pulling out the pins right now, and then we'll be applying them.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls pen that we got from the Loot Crate.
Yes.
The pin that represented me. I'm a mad scientist. Really older pin of mine from Inuyasha, Kagome. Also, I'm in shock. I remember the character's name.
Well, they yell it so often in the series. If you didn't remember,
True.
that would be a little concerning.
Yeah.
There was even an entire Adult Swim bump where it was just yelling, Inuyasha, Kagome! Back and
True.
forth.
So this one is a Primal Loot Crate pin. A slashing.
Yes.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Uh-huh.
Vote for Pedro. Getting to the end of our pin stash here.
And the scary part is, that's not even the bottom of the pin stash.
True, we have others.
We have others. This is just the bunch that we have in this room right now.
Yeah. Alien vs. Predator. Another Loot Crate one. Loot Year. It flipped over. How dare it.
Loot Year tires.
Yep. Lost in Space. newer robot, not as interesting as the older one.
But we'll still take it.
TMNT, because we grew up in the 90s.
Yep.
And on that same note, there's Leonardo covered in the ooze. Actually, I have two of those pens.
So we'll set aside the spare.
Yep. Ah. Untransformed Bumblebee. Aang, the Last Airbender. And Cthulhu Kitty Bubble Tea.
Yes. I don't remember how we picked that one up. I want to say that was a Loot Crate one where... No?
Nope. I want to say this was,
Probably from the same place with the fox, maybe?
I want to say it might have actually been like a, grab bag at like a Hot Topic or
that would also
Lunchbox.
make sense. That would also make sense.
They're the same company in the end.
Yeah. Which surprises me none.
True.
Okay, do we want things pinned down basically where they are, or are we just having them...
Wherever you decide looks good.
Okay.
I'm putting this really big Metroid Prime one at the bottom. Dead center, because it's awkward and big. So I figured, bottom look good. Of course, dead center I have Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Because it's a fantastic book. Even if it gets a little confusing at times, for obvious reasons.
Yes.
Let's see here. Just double checking the music was playing. Yay, music.
Yes.
In the background.
Let's see. I'll go ahead and take this Lost in Space and put it up here.
Sounds good. Slowly filling out the edges first.
Trying not to crowd, but...
Speaking of crowding, I have to adjust this one pen. It's been that way crowded for a while. If I want to have the androids together. Let's see if I move them up just need to move them up a little. There we go. Now he's not crowded on whatever anime you are. Infinite
Dendrogram, I think it is?
Yes.
Because I read that a minute ago and
That's
just...
a weird name.
Yeah. No disagreement from me on that point.
Deathly Hollows here at the bottom off screen. Let's see.
Let's see here.
So I go to do something really annoying, trying to put a pin towards the center.
Yeah. When we're starting to place things towards the edge as well.
I do apologize as I throw all kinds of things out of whack. Have this in place momentarily. Some of you may be wondering, why? Why are we doing an interesting sheet like this to display on? Well, it's a good way to display them. This actually gets hung up by the corners. But in particular, growing up, my grandfather actually used to have baseball caps that he covered in pins. And this is also a slight homage to that. I was going to do it with a hat, but
The problem with hats...
it gets painful.
Well, aside from the pain, the problem with hats and other wearables, you bump into things.
True.
And you start losing the pins that you collected. And some of them you may not be able to replace.
That is very true.
And that's the issue that stopped me putting them on messenger bags as I used to.
But yeah, I actually have a few old Roadrunner pins. Because that was one of the characters my grandfather always had on the hats, was at least one Roadrunner, if not multiple. Obviously not here right now. That is put away. Ponder.
As I try to space out these bigger, blocky Loot Crate ones.
Yeah.
That are on the one hand, nice because they're the manga covers, or at least book covers.
Yeah.
But they look kind of meh right next to each other. They've got a lot of... They're
squares.
They're squares.
There we go. There's some room now. Oh no. Put my mad scientist in place. Now we might not get all of these affixed during this video, but we'll get a good portion affixed.
Yes.
Let's see here. Do that somewhere closer to the top.
Like right around here-ish.
Yeah.
And then there's still a little room for additions.
Yeah. That's it. Let's see. But yeah, just an interesting craft project while showing off some of our interesting pins.
They're very shiny.
And that's not even going into buttons.
Yeah.
For example, there's some fruit baskets. It's actually Big Hero 6.
Yes.
Big Hero on top of Big Hero 6. Oddly colored.
Yeah, Big Hero 6, Hero on top of Baymax.
There we go.
Hero on top of Big Hero 6.
I had a momentary... on my tasty pork cutlet bowl.
Because Yuri on Ice.
Yes.
I was very much into that series. I still am. I'm waiting for the movie. They need to come out with that still. It's been years.
Yes, it has.
It's been literal years. Careful because there's a... that got spun around.
No. You go here then. There we go. Sometimes it's hard getting it through even this quote-unquote fabric.
Do you want Phoenix down here, or is it okay if I...
Go ahead.
Because I think this might be a kind of nice place to have.
Yes.
Phoenix is up here.
I am going to put Loki down here in the corner. Because I put Baby in a corner. I don't know. I don't know why Footloose suddenly popped in my head. It's
that
like,
wasn't even Footloose, that was Dirty Dancing.
You're right. I'm mixing up
the 80s movies that are about dancing.
They're
because there's a few of them.
They're all the same to me.
Why were there so many movies about dancing in the 80s? I say this as someone who used to be a dancer. There was Footloose, there was Dirty Dancing, there was Flashdance. Why? why are there so many?
Because they could. They ran out of ideas. That happens every now and then. It's kind of like now. Why are there so many superhero movies? Because that's the current flavor. It will change again.
It's been the flavor for quite a while.
True.
I'll say that. But, you know.
That is true.
So it's probably going to swing around again relatively soon.
And my hot take on superhero movies. Yes, live action. Marvel does fantastic. DC, stop. Just stop, please. Just give all that money you'd put to the live action to the animated
movies.
Because they make fantastic animated superhero movies still. Gotham by Gaslight, the Doom That Came to Gotham are two of the newer Batman ones.
And this one's a little more cheesy, but Batman Ninja.
Oh yeah.
Was at least a fun time.
True. But since it's also under the DC banner, even the new Venture Brothers movie that came out at least fill in a lot of horrible holes in the plot that happened because they got canceled. That was a really good movie and is under the DC Warner Brothers banner.
Yeah, when they properly allocate their... When they focus on what they're good at.
Yes.
I was going to say that a little more fancily, but obviously that came out a little too pretentious.
Yes, there is room for Kirby at the top here. I say that and then I'm like, there we go.
So we're getting there.
Oh yes. It's just figuring out spacing for some. I think we have all the comic or the manga ones in place now.
Just double checking.
Yeah.
And most of them are on your side of the... Most of the locations are on your side of the screen now, but...
Yeah.
Where should I put the Transformers one?
I'm not sure. But
that one's a little...
the spatial a little.
Yeah, that was a little tight.
Yeah.
Actually here?
Yeah, that works well, and I was saying
Or were you going
else.
to say... Okay.
Yeah, that goes there, and there's a perfect spot for Astro Boy right there. I want a good spot for Astro Boy.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to have a nice, uncrowded spot. So many anime fans out there owe so much.
True.
We have to show proper appreciation.
Yes. But none of the animes that I'm a big fan of, and how dare that phone ring on me? I don't want to answer it. So
How
just
dare.
1 second. As I sorry about
Silence
that,
it.
as I talk over it, saying the name on it because it's a scammer. I know it's a scammer.
Anyway.
So sorry about the weird talking over. So the Bumblebee and the Bug.
Megazord.
Look at there. Actually. Yes. Ben and Jake are surrounding another certificate I have. Whoa. Well.
Yeah, it fit weirdly well in that spot.
Yes. I'm not saying the certificate's name because all my videos, I am not representing a organization or my actual work. This is just me, but hey, I earned that, so. Also, this pin broke.
Oh no!
Again.
How dare it?
I know, right? It's like it had broken before and I did a bad hot glue job. Because I didn't have super glue. Well, he gets
Well,
that
you get to super glue it later.
Yep.
I'm just trying to figure out different locations here. Just to kind of vaguely plan out. Like, I'm not trying to...
Yeah, as you do that, I'm just pointing out. Yeah, one of the little studs just popped off. It actually came that way, though, so... So I'm like, oh well.
Yeah.
It's not a, oh no, it's a, oh, okay.
Unfortunate.
Yes. I can't put the backing on. Because I'm doing this weird.
We're almost done.
Yes.
Do you think this is an okay spot for...
Yes. Pedro can go here between the Deathly Hollows and Flying Spaghetti Monster. Just because I have a Flying Spaghetti Monster does not dictate what religion I follow. That's just...
He's just funny.
Yeah. It's for fun of going, hey, it's an interesting take. And there's a nice tongue-in-cheek to the whole Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Yeah, neither of us are Pastafarians.
Nope. I do not wear a colander, nor do I speak any good pirate. Let's see. 3. Oh, 4.
Yeah, I was just loosely placing some of them for planning.
Yep, there's a good spot for him. That bottle. But yeah, this is coming together nicely.
Yes.
And we still have lots of room.
Yeah, well... So this will definitely be like a part 1.
Oh, definitely. When will there be a part 2? I don't know.
Yeah.
Someday.
Once we track down...
Fill up a container again.
Yeah. As I keep making the back to Dude's Pin there gallop across the...
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Just because there was the right amount of space. So, let us pull it down just a little.
I was going to adjust Louise here a little bit.
Good idea.
There we go. Now she's no longer bumping into the other one.
Yes. Because, yeah, I know somewhere I have a blue crab holding a knife. That needs to go on here still.
Yeah.
I've gotten some weird pins. Actually, real quick, just this one over just a tad. There we go. Chemical X wants to spin.
Yeah.
How dare Chemical X? So. And if you would, grab the corners and pull towards you.
This way.
Yep, keep going. Keep going. There we go. Pin missing.
Yep.
That was what was there. A
We'll
nice bear
fix
was
it.
laying on it.
We'll fix it.
Yep. That's a simple fix. Just an annoyance. So, anyway, thank you all for joining us as we were messing around with our buttons. Or pins. These are the buttons. That's what happens when I look at something else when I go to say one thing.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you all for joining us today, and hope you have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.